Welcome to this upload letter tutorial. To start, first thing you're going to want to do is click on the upload letter box. And in this case here, the first thing you might want to do is enter a description for your letter. This is completely optional, but it is something that's suggested and it helps you later if you ever need to find the document again. So for this tutorial, I'm simply going to name this sample letter. Now you're going to actually upload the letter that you're going to use and send out. Now, additionally, you're also going to create a cover sheet for this. We'll cover this in just a moment. Now, at this point, the only thing you can put in here is a single document, but you'll be able to add more if you want to in just a moment. So for now, we're going to select a document that we're going to put in there. So I'm going to do that now. Now we'll click on Next Step. Okay, so at this point we see that first of all the document has uploaded that we want, and the first thing you want to do is make sure you have a return address and send to address. So we'll click on return address. Now in this case you can manually enter the return address. However, if you have already put it in here at one point and saved it to your address book, which is over here, then all you have to do is put the first letter of that person's first name. It'll find it, then you can click on it and it'll auto-populate. Same thing applies to the send to address, which I will also do. But again, if you hadn't done this already, then you would just manually enter it. Okay, now that's in there. So what that's going to do is it's going to create a cover page, because you see what's going to happen is that cover page is going to print and go in front of this letter that you have uploaded. It will look just like this. And what it's doing is basically it's a page that we will use to fold up that will allow these addresses to show through the window of the envelope we're going to be using, which should look something like this. So that's the purpose of the cover page. But now let's go back to what we were creating, and we will continue with the options that we have. So at this point you'll notice here that we have a preferences button where you're able to pick from some options that you have here. Now the default options that we have are black and white print and printing on one side, but you can opt to print in color if you would like to do so, and you can print on both sides of the paper. Additionally, a couple of other options is perforated paper, which ones would use if perhaps they are sending a document that has at the bottom of the paper a portion that can be torn off to submit a payment, for instance. Even the reply envelope could also be included if you were to check mark this as well. But for this tutorial, we're not going to do that. We're going to move on. Also, if you notice here, there's an uploads button, and this is where you can upload additional documents that can be sent with this letter. They would just be printed and placed behind this letter that you have uploaded at the very beginning. But again, for this case here, we're not going to do any other documents. We're going to move on, and we're just going to click on Send. And at this point, we'll click on Confirm, and then that will take us to the Processed Documents section. Okay, so once it goes into this section here, you will find this letter that has come through. Now initially, this may not be here at first. You may need to push the refresh button, but in this case here, it's here at this point. So that has come through and it's ready to go. And if you notice here, there's a green check mark, which indicates that everything looks good. The address is verified and you are good to go. So as you can see, it's a very simple system to use, very easy to send whatever it is you need to send. And this is where you would go to see the end result of it, to see how it is processed. Because at this point, you'll notice that it shows a total of 1, but 0 have been completed. Because at this point, until it is processed, you still could delete this if you wanted to and cancel this, and this would be credited back to your account. However, once 4 a.m. comes and goes, then this will be processed and will go through and will be printed and mailed out that day. So at that point, this will change to 1 completed, and you will see that here at that point. So as you can see, once again, it's very easy to do, but as always, if you have any questions, need some assistance, please feel free to reach out to us and we'd be happy to assist you. This does hereby conclude this video tutorial.